to circumvent the election financing rules of Canada, and when they were caught, they tried to intimidate Elections Canada into backing down. They have obstructed, defied, and made a mockery of attempts by this Parliament to get to the bottom of it, but most shocking of all is the contempt they're showing for the RCMP. Yesterday's raid was not a publicity stunt, as this government claims. It was a serious police action. When will this government stop defying the political and legal institutions of this country and admit that they broke the election financing laws of Canada?
Government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, as I've indicated several times, our dispute with Elections Canada is a disagreement over the interpretation of the elections law. And Elections Canada takes a somewhat unusual position that local Conservative candidates cannot mention, cannot promote in their advertising their national leader or national policies. And we think that's absurd, and we don't think that's fair, because guess what? In the last federal election, if you were driving around the Greater Toronto Area, you saw everywhere NDP signs outside of the riding of Broadview Danforth, of the Leaders' Party, all of which had the NDP leader's name on it, all outside their riding. That's the exact same principle at work. We don't see anything wrong with that. We think it's legal. We think all...
The Honourable Member for Timmins, James Bay.
Mr. Speaker, elections financing rules are a fundamental cornerstone of legitimate democratic process, because they are to ensure that some party can't come along and buy an election. This party jigged the rules, Mr. Speaker, and when they were caught, they've tried to intimidate officials. Now, they promised the Canadian public that they would set a higher bar than the corrupt old Liberals, and they are no bloody better. Why is it that average Canadians play by the rules and this party refuses?
I urge the honourable member to show some restraint in his use of language. There's no use to getting into other things than intestinal fortitude here. The Honourable Government House Leader has the floor.
Mr. Speaker, let's remember that this was a dispute initiated in the courts by the Conservative Party of Canada because of the unequal treatment of the Conservative Party compared with other parties, including the NDP which engages in transfer of funds between riding associations from their central party to assist in local targeted ridings. It's been going on for years. Duff Conacher said that on television. He said it's legal. Parties can donate as much as they want to a local candidate, and they often do that to candidates who don't have a lot of local support, which of course happens with the NDP very often. We think that's perfectly fine. We just think every party should be treated the same. That's why we took Elections Canada to court.